All right. I'm wondering whether I'm not forgetting something, but it seems like we're online at least. We'll, I guess, knock it out as we go, if necessary. Anyway, welcome back to the stream. We are back online with the Legendary Journey. Man, I gotta say that the webcam connection is getting worse and worse, like every day, basically every time I stream. It's just abysmal. Luckily, I'm not a big streamer. Nobody visits, basically, so nobody can notice the laggy webcam, and nobody cares about my face. Anyway, hopefully, someone though cares about my content, because I'm bringing you another episode of Legendary Journey. Now, I wanted to start with putting it back to random in terms of selection screen, and check it out, we are to the default Guild Wars 2 screen, the login one. It's been quite a while of Jantir Wilds. I mean, it's a cute login screen, but so are a lot of the others. We are doing a core map today. It is Caledon Forest. Before we start though, we're on this character, and we need to do some other stuff in terms of our collections. So, Caledon Forest, as you may be aware about the Legendary Journey, I don't know what the hell did I receive. Oh, okay. There's another weekly event starting today. It's actually Fractal Rush. I might participate at some point. That actually sounds fire. But I guess I would have to coordinate with my guildies. Anyway, let's do these scrolls now. So the reason why we're in this map first, in Timberline Falls, is because one of the collections that we are going to try to do and actually finish on today's stream is this one, Hope 1 Research. Now there's a lot to go through there, as you can see. However, we're pretty much set, and the only objectives that we've got left are in Caledon Forest, whatever it's pronounced as. As you can see here, this is one of them, one of the things that we need to pick up, but there's one more thing that we need to do before stream, and that's to pick up a recipe here at the very same NPC that we're gonna eventually return to. I'm guessing on this character too. So let's find him real quick. So we've already been to this character, to this NPC before at some point. I do believe it was on a Czech stream back then, but that doesn't, affect the fact that we've got a lot of these collections unlocked, open, whatever. Now, if I remember correctly, he's somewhere around the village. He is not the hard vendor, is he? And he's not in the village itself, or they or not. I don't necessarily know what is their gender either. We're gonna find them. So they're Hylik, and I believe their name is Atlali. They wouldn't happen to be on this little isle, would they? No, this is the hermit crab. Is there's a veteran freshwater crab for whatever reason, it seems. Atlale, Master Alchemist. So this is the guy. This is basically the one guiding us through the whole first collection. I can probably read the description. The frog-like, high-like Arteria's best alchemist, the master of potion and poison. Take the role of the apprentice in discovering the secrets of their work to create research, the first step in attaining the highlight optimized projectile experiment, abbreviated as HOPE. That is, of course, the legendary pistol. When we talk to Atlali, he will have some dialogue, and he will have some wares. Now he has this recipe, the recipe we don't have currently. The reason we don't have it is because we needed to collect an item first, which was honey, which I do believe I have in the bank, so we don't need it right now. But there's this recipe for filtered honey right here. Only unlocks after you gather the raw honey for the collection. So we're gonna pick that up. We're gonna use it. And now I don't know whether we needed to craft the item first. I am quite confident we don't. We just filter the honey. And then we use it for something else. Or do we need to craft it first? Regardless, we're going to be doing a lot of crafting. I'm just going to quickly check. So this is Caledon Forest. Right, this is just to buy it. Then there's this thing that we pick up in the dungeon. I don't know why I wanted to start the stream with picking this item up. But it's definitely going to be useful eventually. Okay, whatever. Let's move into... And you know what? Fuck it. I'll move to the Grove with this character. Now, we're not going to be exploring Caledon Forest on this character. As you can see, it's 100% completed already. So that would be kind of fruitless. What we're going to be doing it, we're going to be doing it on a character that doesn't have basically anything explored. I mean, there are a couple of points of interest basically and a couple of waypoints that they've picked up, but none of the hearts, which I want to showcase every time for whatever reason. We're also not going to do it on our Mesmer, which would be the typical way to do this. The reason for not doing that is fairly simple, and that is because they also have quite a bit of that map explored. So unfortunately, not that person either. So what we're looking for now is the Huntsman Station. I don't know whether I'll be able to find it real quick here. I might need to consult the map. I don't know where all the crafting stations are. They seem to be all here. And the Huntsman is actually towards the back here. So this is the Silvari crafting station. Now we can craft a lot of those items. I am thinking of postponing it after we do that. So yeah, the collections which we're going to be picking up is, first of all, Tracing the Tapestry. This may or may not be in Caledon Forest. I haven't checked before stream. I don't know. I'm going in blind. But based on the description, there may be Tengu outside the Dominion of Winds who could help. Now this might mean right outside the gates of the Dominion of Winds, or they could be just like it could mean like generally they can be wherever. I am going to try my luck right outside the walls. Then there are a couple of items we need for the treasure hunter. Well, need is a strong word. There is no pressure to do this one. This is not part of the legendary journey. But then we're trying to do the precursor for hope. I mean, at least the collection. Also make some progress in Kudzu, even though we're not ultimately gonna craft this on any of the streams. We have replaced it with a different weapon, but the collection is already unlocked, so we're gonna try to do that one. And last but not least, well, that's it actually. There's a lot of things for hope though. And we're going to be exploring Caledon Forest. Now, again, reminders on how these streams go. Typically, I try to showcase an overlap with Guild Wars 1 maps during these streams, just to show you this resource. So this is Dead Shaman's Historical Guide to Teteria, which shows the maps roughly overlaid, right? And so one of the maps is Caledon Forest, and as you can see, it overlaps with quite a few of Guild Wars 1 maps. So those are the pale white outlines, right? awesome. We're gonna be exploring this, and I'm gonna be showing you footage from both Guild Wars 2 and Guild Wars 1 to sort of compare similar locations. So that's something to look out for. And the other thing is we're trying to do world exploration. We always do it on a character that doesn't necessarily have the maps explored, so we can sort of soak in everything that is a part of those part of that experience, part of that exploration journey. That is because, like, typically it is because we need like a gift of exploration out of it as well to craft some of these legendaries. Not hope, but eventually some other weapons. And again, I've done a lot of objectives on our character that we are trying to hit the ultimate map of exploration point with, so I had to replace that character. Just imagine we're doing it on our Mesmer. Instead, we're doing it on our Revenant. Excuse the garbs, excuse the gear. They are level 73, and I genuinely can't be bothered to change the equipment before we hit level 80. So we're gonna try to explore Caledon Forest from the very same spot the Sylvari new characters would explore it from, and that is from this gate. So we are currently in the Grove, the home town of the Sylvari, and we're gonna move out through the very same gate that they would move out. I mean, essentially they wouldn't, right? They would start around the waypoint, but we're gonna do something similar. Now, there are a couple of ways on how to explore this one. So I'm just gonna hit whatever objectives cross our path right here on this trek, but we're gonna do something a little odd, and that is we're gonna loop around like a little section here. We're gonna flank it from the back and come back here and explore some more later. I'll explain why in a minute when it's relevant. For now, we're just gonna be hitting objectives and seeing what's on the way. Firstly, there's the scout that will introduce us.
As you journey forth into the unknown, know that you are not alone. Seek guidance from those who make their homes here, and help them in their time of need. The path ahead is yours to choose.
Awesome. As you can see, we also got some minor progress in some of the hearts. I don't know, I genuinely don't have an idea, don't have a clue what we've done with our character over here, why we came, but it is what it is. Let's make the most out of it, okay? Quite a few hearts, as you can see. Quite a few.
Outward, you'll encounter amazing Asuran waypoints that, for a small fee, allow you to rapidly traverse the land.
We're familiar with how waypoints work, but thank you. Again, this is for new Sylvari. Help Delilah keep the farmer's field safe. Kill termites, uproot termite larvae, and feed prickly fruit to hungry moas. Actually, I want to start with that one, I guess. So there's the prickly tree. We kick it, drop some prickly fruits, and the moa will actually feed themselves. We don't have to necessarily feed them like that. Oh, here you can see a cat for a collection. We've already collected this guy, but this is like a ranger ranger cat, and you can recognize it by having a juvenile frog as its companion, right? So you can collect this cat for your home instance. So this is Rhyme's garden. We are gonna come back as part of our exploration eventually, so don't worry about it. Also, our build is all over the place. Also, don't worry about it. It shouldn't be a problem, though. This is a very starting area, and it shouldn't make for much difficult fights anywhere. It just may take us a while to kill things again, because we're definitely not optimized for anything on this character. That is all basically by design. Okay, again, we're doubling down on it, trying to level this character up as well to level 80. This should hopefully help. Maybe I should have picked up some consumables. At least, yeah, you can pick up the candy canes eventually, but that's more when we're doing, well, maybe we can pop them right away, right? We're gonna be here for at least the 30 minutes it takes for them to last. And yeah, these are not level 80. Could I have put consumable? I don't know. I don't genuinely. We'll see. I might try to do that when we do the next one. Did we talk to this scout or not? Is this a different scout?
During your travels, you will find adventure at every turn. But do not
This is a
forget where
different
you
one.
come from. The heart of all cultures is farming and commerce. To this end, the Sylvari of Argham Wild serve as providers to all of the grove, be it gathering from the water's edge or farming from within the heart of the jungle.
Right. These characters are actually quite useful because they point out hearts that might sometimes be a little hidden to us, such as the one to our left. However, let's, I guess, start with this one that is to help defend Car Astoria from the Nightmare Court, repel the Nightmare Court, clear spiders, webs, and activate mortar pods, such as this one. We will try to fight some nightmare webs. Right, this one, we just press F, clears it, and then we can kill the spider for some more progress. All good stuff. And yeah, and last but not least is just to call the Nightmare Court, which is pretty much assaulting from the north here. And yeah, not much exciting stuff yet. Don't worry, we will come across it eventually. I mean, exciting to me. I don't know about you guys, whether you will find it as... So I don't know much about this character or, I mean, profession. I'm just spamming skills over here. Very much. Don't worry about it. Again, we're in a beginner zone. It should be all easy peasy. We don't have to fight a cave bat, do we? I think it didn't give any progress, which makes sense, right? It's not mentioned in the little blurb, the little instruction. So... But let's just kill. I don't see a lot of those other objectives around, not immediately around, in immediate vicinity. So I guess we might as well be killing. And that's it. Now, it is weird on the spear. So the spear is a combined melee and ranged weapon, and it switches between the modes depending on how far the target is, dynamically. And sometimes it's a little funky. I wish there was like a flip over skill somehow implemented for this one. But sadly, there is none. Okay, so this clearing on the spider web finishes the heart. I will let the village basically deal with this threat now that I've caused it. And we will loop a little bit back to an area called Argham Wilds and do the little tucked away heart over here. Which is to assist Arias in maintaining his garden. Arias, I guess. Speak with Arias to become a moss heart, and we do need to transform for this one. So I will talk to the NPC.
My heart into my work.
Welcome to my garden. Would you care to help in my many tasks? Of course, what do I need to do? I need you to heal the ailing plants. Unfortunately, our innate magic alone isn't strong enough. It must be filtered and magnified by elements of nature. Are you willing to let me transform you? Always looking for a change. Let's do this. And yeah, we're actually a mini oak heart. It's cute. It's cute. So you can press F. Fish out this jungle grub. Again, we're going to be spamming these skills and can't be bothered to learn what any of these does. And we'll see how difficult it is. Did I read the rest of the description there? So this thing pulls towards me, does it? Yep. These skills suck. Damn. Such a long wind up. Now, there are some dead crops actually. Eventually I'll try to use one of the skills we have. First let me get rid of the diseased grub. But we have this thing and it says spread pollen to heal nearby plants. We're going to try to cast it here, and indeed it heals the plants and gives you some progress. So not always is it very obvious what you got to do here. This was not a normal interaction. It wasn't like press F on this one. So and that's always, I guess, very nice to see in any sort of content. You always do. Always melts my heart. It's like, yeah, okay, you can do this by just killing spider hatchlings and fishing them out of these pods, but it will take a long time, much longer than if you just stop for a while, for a little second, smell the roses, and sort of understand the dynamic of these hearts. There's this tree as well. I wonder if we can heal it with the same skill. If we come closer. Yep, we can. And that actually completes the heart. So we're not going to bother with the rest of it. We don't genuinely or necessarily need any of the stuff that's here. Not at the vendor, we don't have to interact, so we're not gonna do that, as we're not used to doing that on any of these streams. The legendary journey is here just for the bare necessities, the collections, and the map exploration, which again, as I explained, not really necessary on this character, but I want to give you the whole package. Now the Vista is somewhere below us, it seems. So is the hero challenge, actually. Or the hero point, whatever. I'm sorry, we didn't read the description. This might be important. So the water here scintillates with a dreamlike quality that awakens the imagination. Among Sylvari, it is legendary as a landmark that straddles the barrier between the dream and the real world. Interesting. And it doesn't look that conspicuous, right? It's just like a little waterfall here. A little water feature. But it is apparently a legendary spring among the Sylvari. I'm sorry if I'm going to be yawning. I don't know what it is about me streaming and always just like starting to yawn. Alright, so that gives us a vista view of this area, and we might be exploring it later. For now, let's focus on what's important, and that is the map completion. Now, there are a couple of jumping puzzles in this map. I think there are 3 jumping puzzles and a mini dungeon. That's quite a lot. So this is the Gleaner's Cove waypoint. Actually, 2 mini dungeons. We're not gonna engage with a lot of them. I mean, 1 mini dungeon, most definitely. There's a Dolores Vale, which is a nightmare court. Hideout. Not necessary for map completion to do here, to do anything here besides pick up the point of interest. That is definitely gonna make things easier for us. This, however, brings us to another hero point, or sorry, renowned heart. Is to help harvest the Mavad. Not most certainly. Well, it wasn't the guy who was talking to us. Never mind. Manage the kelp harvest. Help gather lavender. Search sand piles. Build scarecrows. Return escaped siamots and protect harvesters from nearby threats. So any of these are getting attacked? Well, I am. So we're gonna kill the drake. That should give us some progress, right? That is a threat. Yep, and indeed. So we can then gather lavender by just picking it up. We can pick up the spike fruit. I don't know what it's for, besides being able to throw it at an enemy for some moderate damage. And that's that. So what else was there? Gather lavender, search sand piles. So I can see a sand pile right over here. We're gonna do that. It does reveal a risen grub. Now this is one of the few races that do have a genuine very early encounter with the ultimate enemies of this campaign, basically, of this like core campaign that is the Risen. They're all over this place. Oh no, I picked up some feed or whatever. I dropped it immediately. So these scale apparently count as well. I'm guessing we need to wrangle that Siamoth, even though we revived it. That wasn't enough. We should somehow take care of it. And what do you know? There is a Risen. Just as I was speaking of Risen, there is an actual assault or something going on. This should help with the heart tremendously. Even though we might not want to finish the renowned heart. Or the event, sorry. We will want to finish the renowned heart, definitely. But yeah, it's good that it gives us progress through these means, at least. Oh, but hold on, we're outside the range of the heart, so this will no longer progress it. Anyway, let's focus on different stuff then. We have not built a scarecrow. There is a scarecrow build site. I might do it just for the camera. No, I would need some materials. So, doesn't matter. We just hit the heart progress. I guess I'm gonna leave it as is. And let's move on. A point of interest. We shouldn't neglect it. Now, I believe there's like a whole ass passage to the other side. No, there's not. This just gives us some highlight. In the Galotl grounds, they are not friendly. So let's continue. I know about the outpost we just passed. We are going to loop back to it eventually. Let's just continue on our road. Oh, but there is a waypoint I think I'm going to pick up before we venture forth. It's just something that might help with the mobility. In the later stages of this stream. For now, we're walking around this sort of cliff face, what I will call it, for lack of a better term. Another event, unfortunately, not corresponding to any renowned heart, even though there is one very close. It's over the wall. right here we are not allowed to use mounts. That is because right overhead there is like these steps belong to like a jumping puzzle, so that would be cheating if we could glide here or use mounts.
The road ahead is dangerous, friend. If you venture further, take great care.
Okay, thank you for the warning. No, I think we're gonna be fine. Alright, so what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna quickly hit this heart, and then we're gonna get to the crux of our Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2 comparisons. But first, we do need to do the Renowned Heart, which is to disrupt the Nightmare Court at Brighthorn Den. So we are supposed to speak with Alarin to enter Brighthorn Den. Inside, defeat Nightmare Duelists, reassure Hounds, clear Thorn Barriers, and help captives. So that's our objective. How are we going to do that? If they presumably only let Nightmare Court in, what can I do to help? I'll do whatever needs to be done, and they will put me into a disguise and put me directly inside there. This was before like all the dynamic tech, I guess, was around, so they have to do like this lengthy animation while they transform you and put you in quite a different spot than you would normally be allowed to be in. So we look quite different. Now we can do a lot of chatting here. Unfortunately, that doesn't help us at all. We can exploit some weak points. Now this is not a story mission, so it doesn't matter that the guys are able to see me. There's some fighting to be had. Oh, but that's only with the Risen. That doesn't progress the heart. You're going to love dragging down the lines in your face. You look like you smile far too often. My smile has thorns. Oh, so it does. Good. I see you enjoy the nightmares you inflict upon others. You'll fit in here just fine. I expect so. The courtiers have always shown me the truth in pain. The dreams shielded me from the whole of emotion, preventing me from reaching my full potential. I'm eager to learn more. Death is the greatest example of nightmare. All creatures fear it, thinking beings spend their whole lives pretending it will never happen to them. So we must kill them. No, we must take them to the edge of death and show them the future they've worked so hard to deny. Only then can they truly know the taste of nightmare. I see. We are not getting much progress talking to them. There is a duelist though. We have it very explicitly in the description that we need to fight them in order to weaken them, I guess, even though this is sparring. So we can remove these thorn barriers. Now, it is much better to comfort the beasts. I will do the opposite. I will threaten the hound as well. Now, this is one of the few hearts that actually takes away your progress if you do the wrong actions. It is very rare for a renowned heart to do that, but as you may have noticed, that is exactly what happened to us. We can hit some more weak points, which will let the Risen in, which is ultimately something we want. Captive villagers. Oh, I've distracted the guard. Run for it. We can actually free these guys. And indeed, the guard is distracted, which is awesome. We can play with the pup. This will make it a little more amenable. And of course, we need Brighthorn Den as a point of interest. There is also a hero challenge, which we will want to hit. So some more fighting. We're gonna skip a lot of these dialogues again. They're not really like all that interesting. Don't worry about missing these. And then there's the challenge which is this dark thorn patch looks like it's marking some kind of territory. Disturb it and see what it's marking, and this gives us fully trained, I guess, nightmare hounds, which when we will defeat. We're gonna get some hard progress over here. Again, we can play with pups. I'm gonna play with both of them actually before we leave, even though we don't necessarily need it. We're already level 74. Very nice. I don't know what to pick up. I'll pick up the tray of cherry almonds because, like, whatever. Unfortunately, we cannot transform, or rather hop onto our mount because we are transformed. We can take this exit. It just takes us a little more north, but we are going to leave and regain our stunning char looks. Anyway, let's continue down south, and this is right about the part where we're starting with our exploration, basically, of what it used to look like in, around in Guild Wars 1 times, and what we're missing. But before we do that, we are going to help out in the area. That is to help out Warden Brilliance, clear undead creatures from the area, defeat Risen, burn their corpses, and stomp on corrupted grub holes. So yeah, just a bunch of killing, perhaps some F pressing to burn the corpses. Is there an event starting or something? Wow, this hard progresses very fast. Oh, indeed, there is a veteran Hylic, Risen Hylic, that we can fight, and that should give us plenty of progress too. Ooh, buddy, it's invulnerable still. And there is another event also going on, and that is Agent Rex on their escort. So we can definitely help with that guy. There you go. That must have given some hard progress, right? So yeah, we there is a corpse. I will burn it. Yeah. Oh, and when you burn it, it actually stands up and attacks you. That's that's hilarious. Either way, this thing's the heart, and pretty much satisfies me, so that's like whatever. Okay, there is a hero challenge. I'm gonna hit that one as well. So this is Morgan's Orchid. These orchid blossoms have a soft, pleasant fragrance that seeps into your bones and washes your worries away. We will take a blossom, and with this one, we will have to interact in the inventory. We do have some description. Extra Morgan's Orchidae. This rare blossom, it is as beautiful as it is hardy. No one knows what gives it such resilience. Okay, no one knows. We might have a hint in terms of Guild Wars 1. So, as I mentioned a couple of times now, these maps will overlap with regions we have previously explored in Guild Wars 1. Or Guild Wars, as it is called, of course. For that reason, we will do a little side-by-side comparison of these areas. So, let me find the footage from Guild Wars 1. Now, this is not live. This has been pre-recorded, what I'm about to show on the second stream, or screen. And it is a bit of an exploration of the same area. Hold on, we will have to, full screen it as well. But yeah, this is pretty much where we're at. Now, you will notice that the area looks quite different. Now, in fact, where I'm looking currently is pretty much this spot. So this is what it would have looked like around Guild Wars 1. As you can see, not a lot of waterfalls. The bridge is gone, replaced instead by these floating rocks. Yeah, so this used to be Vloxis Falls, an area, an outpost, basically. Yeah, the area is quite different. Again, we cannot use our mount here. But yeah, there is like a little waterfall area and everything. It's cute, and a little Asura settlement with a lot of these landmarks. Now, apparently knocked down fully. I guess because we're in such close proximity to Metrica province, right? So they didn't want to overwhelm this area with Asura architecture. But yeah, we're doing a little run around of Lox's Falls. I believe we are going south now. No, this is actually the northeast corner where the portal is. So that would be in Guild Wars 2, right around here. As you can see again, nothing over here, just water actually. But yeah, this is pretty much the same view. And then we turn back, snap back, go into the outpost itself, and again we no longer have any Asura architecture around. So this is interesting because this part is actually a Guild Wars Eye of the North expansion map. So when we take then a portal, which would be right around this sort of rock formation, we will eventually be popped out in Guild Wars 1 in that footage. The area we appeared at is right about here is the exit, right? So that's pretty much the same route. Now we are taking a sharp turn towards this place. So this is pretty much the same entrance. As you can see, a little less cavey. Also not as spider infested. You can see me do a lot of fighting in Guild Wars 1, but that's pretty much the same area. I think I'm gonna fast forward that a little bit as we're gonna explore, or maybe just leave it on the secondary monitor. But yeah, trust me that this is pretty much the same area that we're fighting at. And there is actually a callback. There are some spiders, as you can see here, with spider eggs, spider egg sacs that are not at all necessary for any of the hearts over here. At least not yet. We'll see whether we're gonna encounter those eventually. But yeah, we're quite a bit further down in terms of the footage. In fact, it will take a while before we reach the same, but yeah, no, this is the same area that we're overlooking right now, basically. Again, we're gonna have a better angle, but this is right around where we're looking. So as you can see, they maintain some of the little isle infrastructure, for lack of a better term. There in Guild Wars 2 as well, and indeed there is a renowned heart. So that one is to assist valiant Kylek with the Risen, burn undead corpses, smash noxious plants, protect wanderers, and battle the Risen in Sleeve's Inlet. Who is Sleeve and what's going on? I mean, it's pretty much the same heart as we've had earlier. But yeah, while we're taking our vantage point in Guild Wars 1, I will do a bit of fighting before the Guild Wars 1 footage catches up, and I'm only just now preparing the view, so we are going to assume the correct position in a second. Basically the same view that you can see in Guild Wars 1 would be right around from this rock, basically. This is, well, no, a little more south, sorry. Definitely a little more south. So yeah, from right around here, this is pretty much the same area. As you can see, they're not all that similar. In fact, there's not a lot of high ground that we could do like a good overview of this bit. But yeah, they did maintain some semblance to the Guild Wars 1 area. So yep, there's your side-by-side comparison. of course, Guild Wars 1 footage, I should stress out, is on the right. That's Guild Wars 1, while we have Guild Wars 2 on the left. So, a little chronologically, not something we would be very used to as Westerners. But yeah, take it in while the footage is going on over there, I guess. Anyway, again, we're gonna let the footage run side by side, just so you can, I don't know, appreciate it a little bit. What we're gonna be doing in Guild Wars 1 is move westward now. So that's what you're gonna see for the most part. Of course, now we're moving north, just for clarity sake. So pretty much to the same area we're fighting at in Guild Wars 2 right now. And then this is the basically westward walk. We're gonna fight a lot of crate. There is no no crate in Guild Wars 2 anymore. Not in this area, at the very least. But yeah, they used to be all over the place. Yeah, I'm a little ahead in Guild Wars 2. We are not in the same spot. We are held back by some of the fighting in Guild Wars 1. This finishes the heart in Guild Wars 2 though, this action. I will again show you pretty much the same area by means of a vista. And I understand that the camera angling and whatever I'm doing in Guild Wars 1 at the moment is not ideal. But yeah, as you can see, the region changed a little bit, not necessarily all that much. So there's a little village outpost, whatever this is. It is the Caledon. I'm not gonna speak to any of these NPCs again. Like, so an important thing to note around Guild Wars 2, around Guild Wars 1's time, Sylvari did not exist. That was not a race of people that would be living among Tyria or in Tyria. So yeah, they very much any sort of Sylvari that we meet is not going to be anywhere relevant to Guild Wars 2. Anyway, I'm taking a little detour down here to the jungle trolls because we are slowly but surely kind of moving there in Guild Wars 1 as well, to right around this area. So this is pretty much where we're going to eventually turn around and walk a little north. So we do have to go back a little bit, or this is like the little pit. As you can see, there's not a lot of water anymore in Guild Wars 2. Again, no crate either. It's just jungle trolls. Now, if we skip a bit, can we fast forward it a little bit? Playback. We're gonna do a little bit of an increased playback rate. 10%, is that good? Let's do 20%, or I mean, we increased it by 10% again. But we should be able to catch up a little easier. So we are right about now moving northward, which would be right around the vista we actually just visited. So that's pretty much the same route we're taking. I mean, I'm flying in Guild Wars 2, but yeah, we're moving northward. And we're gonna do a lot of move, actually. So right after we're finished fighting, we are going to do what I'm doing in Guild Wars 2 right now. That is to move north and I guess I'm gonna deliberately take it slowly. We're gonna cross basically the waypoint, and again, like, this is an approximation. It wouldn't be like the very, very, very same region, but we are moving north now because this is an Eye of the North region in Guild Wars 1 already. And already we're fighting Simeon. I believe that's pretty much at the mouth of... let me see if I overlaid it correctly. That's pretty much this passage that we're at already. Right? And we're going to drop by in a second. There's a little cave. I don't know whether this Jaguar is not to anything. I'm guessing not. But pretty much we're going to take a sharp turn. That is right around here. Where we're gonna come upon an opening, and there is an actual end of the map right here. So yeah, what I wanted to mention in Guild Wars 1 already, this is because this is and yeah, I'm gonna do a little let me see if I can put the playback rate to back to normal. But yeah, I'm gonna showcase in a second an area. What is notable about this map? So because this is Eye of the North already, an Eye of the North map, it will have had a lot of aesthetics that they planned for Guild Wars 2 already, right? So when they were making this expansion and these maps specifically, they would have had Guild Wars 2 already planned. So that might explain why it has a much more stronger similarity to Guild Wars 2 than some of the other stuff. Now again, as you can see, some Asura architecture, so that is basic to our right in Guild Wars 2. Again, we're gonna see it in a second. I'm gonna get a better view, but basically, again, the tower is no longer around. There's no, no pillar anymore. Again, as we pan out in a second. Now, I promise later on the footage is going to be a little snappier, a little better. Right now it is very, very bad. I'll put it this way, definitely. But yeah, this is just me taking notes in the past, right? But we should, let me skip ahead a little bit, by a couple of seconds. Now this should resume already. There you go. We're starting to show what it looks like here, and I'm gonna do basically the same pan around. So yeah, again, we're zooming in, and yeah, this is pretty much they have a little floating structure there, but yeah, basically the same edge of the map as here. So imagine this ravine is much deeper, I guess, and then yeah, that's pretty much the same view towards our left. So yeah, quite a few more hills behind us, but then there are in Guild Wars 2, but that doesn't matter, I guess. We're gonna pretty much copy the same route again in Guild Wars 2, but just like casually let it play side by side as we run across another renowned heart, that is to help Elaine clear the spider cave. So we are trying to kill hiding spiders, gather red cap mushrooms, and destroy spider webs and toxic mushrooms. So gather the red caps. Ooh, and they have all kinds of funky effects that they will put on us. And yeah, so this cave is nowhere to be found in Guild Wars 1 actually. There is a cave system that we're actually entering, as I can see already, but our character disappeared completely for a second there. I mean, do we carry the red caps back? But yeah, no such tiny cave in Guild Wars 1. In fact, we're a bit past that point actually. I'm gonna catch up in a second, show you where we went. But you can already sort of... So no, we're not supposed to... Who am I handing it to?
A bit, I suppose. That's part of the
I found some red caps. Do you want them? Poisonous, go ahead and take them. Okay. Another event, it seems, is slowly starting over here. What is this dialogue? Yep, some invulnerable spiders. It's about time we would be catching up, or should be catching up, to the Guild Wars 1 footage. So give me a second to finish this heart. And yeah, indeed, there is a rescue mission going on into this cave. We can help out. I mean, help out is a strong word. We're just gonna tag this event. And let others finish it. Hopefully before we're done with the exploration, there will be people who will finish it for us, basically. Okay, I'm rushing to where we are in Guild Wars 1 in terms of footage. But actually, no, I skipped ahead. I am way more, well, I don't want to say way more north. Oh, no. I am supposed to go further. So this was point 3. We are now on point 4 in my notes. Again, I'm going to do a little pan around. Let me just get my bearings. Oh, yeah, so that's around this village. Actually, quite a bit south of it. Quite a bit, actually. So we walked all the way over here, actually. And right now, we are right about this spot in Guild Wars 1. So, we're already showcasing some of the architecture. So, yeah, this is pretty much like an underground cave. And as you can see here in Guild Wars 2, no such thing. There is an open sky where there would be like a giant, massive cave. So, once again, I'm looking all the way around. In this area, so I don't know. I guess you can imagine that we in Guild Wars 1 we actually went underground. Right now we're above it. Perhaps, who knows? But they changed this area quite a bit. Again, odd enough because this is an Eye of the North map. They would have already planned a little bit of Guild Wars 1. I'm sorry, Guild Wars 2. Around this time, but not necessarily the whole thing. So obviously they took some liberties with how they approach these maps. Now I'm ignoring another renowned heart, and they're very abundant around here, just in order to sort of again pursue our footsteps in Guild Wars 1. So we're gonna look back to an area we've already been to, just to show you again where we're roughly at in Guild Wars 1. So we're pretty much entering like another portion of the cave with a bunch of simians, creatures that no longer exist in Guild Wars 2 anywhere, basically. There's never been a simian as far as I can recall, but yeah, like sort of monkey looking creatures. And yeah, we're entering the cave that should be right around this waypoint. So this is around Care Astora, where this little cave is, with the giant mushrooms and everything. It's quite funky. Let me see if I can find the exact spot in the footage where I showcase it a little better. Already almost skipped it, but yeah, this is pretty much where I'm going to start. And yeah, once again, this is sort of the entrance, which starts right about here, and then I'm walking around looking. Wait, but this is cute. They do have these mushrooms, right? There are these giant mushrooms. Those were pretty much preserved. See, there are some mushrooms over here as well. But none of the Asura architecture again. And again, like we can pretend like we're on top of the cave instead of being inside the cave. But yeah, pretty much we're walking through the cave to its exit, which would be right about here where the jungle worms are. So yeah, then we're gonna loop down and basically return to the central area. We're gonna do a little loop. So in Guild Wars 2, if you're going to focus on the map in Guild Wars 2, this is the area where we've had that little look around in the cave. We went here, and now we're walking back here, basically through this little passage. Okay, so that's what's happening in Guild Wars 1 right now. Again, I'm just gonna let it play out as we focus on some objectives in Guild Wars 2. And I'm gonna say Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2 so many times, they're not gonna sound like words anymore, are they? So there are some defensive events we don't necessarily need. We're gonna ignore these. Instead, we're gonna come back to this heart, that is to help Gemai support the Wardens of Wardenhurst, defeat undead, revive territory markers, rebuild fortifications, and spar with local wardens. So yeah, we are going to fight with some of these guys, but this time we're not going to be exhausting them and weakening them. Instead, we're going to be strengthening them through combat. Hell yeah. Furthermore, we can, I don't know, build some vines in the meantime, whatever this is going to create. Just a bit of wall, I guess so. Withered territory marker, we're just going to, I guess, water it so that it grows again. What was the next thing? Rebuild fortifications, we did that. And defeat undead, of course. We should be fighting some undead if we can come across some. There is a grasping hand at the very least. And yeah, this will dig up Risen. Again, you can see the Risen presence quite strong over here. So one more grasping hand, and we don't have to actually fight the Risen. Again, for posterity's sake, we're not going to do that. I think I'm going to loop. I will have to stick around though for, again, some of the Guild Wars 1 footage, because this is right about when we're back. So what you could have seen there was like us walking over like a full ass tilted temple. I didn't put any sort of commentary on it, but yeah, so this is 0.6 already. Ooh, we've skipped ahead a bit. Let me find the exact same spot in Guild Wars 2, or as exact as possible. That is right around here, where we're looking into the ravine again. No resemblance to this map, and again, the only thing we can do is imagine that this is all below us. This is all underground. So yeah, pretty much the same view that we're adopting here, though. From over here, again, clear sky above us, no ravine below us. Quite the different terrain. And yeah, you could have seen like some massive sort of building that we walked over as well. All Asura architecture. In fact, and it is very nice to sort of imagine ourselves being on top of all of this, because yeah, if it's got Asura architecture, it is safe to believe that it is underground, because Asura have been forced by the Elder Dragons above ground, right? So yeah, all of this is beneath us, theoretically. The giant temple I walked over and didn't put any commentary on, and so on and so forth. I haven't commented on this heart. That's help Danador manage his kennel, help lost hounds, play with the pups, and kill pests. Right now there's an event going on, so we're pretty much just killing the pests. But it's going to give us a lot of progress, and at least allowed me to focus on a bit of the commentary there, right? We are moving south pretty much in the footage in Guild Wars 1. In the pre-recorded one. So I guess I'm gonna do that as well in Guild Wars 2. Let me just sort of, again, get my bearing a little bit here. So that would be along this path, basically along this path. But then a very sharp turn as well. Well, no, we're a little more east of no, sorry, west of that path, of this path, sorry, of the Guild Wars 2. And again, yeah, you can see the temple or the collapsed building. Again, presumably a certain architecture, right? And I'm gonna catch up to where we are in a second. That's right around here, basically. Again, can only assume we're above ground. So I'm gonna skip ahead again in the footage because it's pretty much the same ravine all over again. And this is pretty much the starting place where we're gonna come up to in a second. So that's at the 30-minute mark there. Let me skip, do a lot of skipping. And again, just to show you sort of what the environment looked like in Guild Wars 1, not necessarily compare it anymore, but yeah, again, this is basically the view, or like this would be more of that angle. And in a second I will pan again across the landscape a little bit, or the cave system. And there you go. We're starting to pan. So again, cave all around. Sorry for that little bush. I'm trying to catch a little bit of like the ravine there. I misunderstood though how and we're getting interrupted by some dialogue in Guild Wars 2. But yeah, that's pretty much the same footage. Trying to catch a glimpse of what's inside in the ravine. That's actually interesting to look at as well. I might actually go back a little bit and show you just that Guild Wars 1 footage where we look down. Did we skip ahead already? Yeah, that is a little further. Don't want to be there. But yeah, I'm trying to catch a glimpse of what's on the bottom of the ravine as well, because there are a couple more buildings over there. As you can see, a couple of towers or something, you know. And yeah, again, the collapsed temple, the massive building that you walk over. I mean, massive, again, relatively speaking, but yep. Okay, back to our side by side, because what happens actually in Guild Wars 1 then, we walk from over this area to right around eventually, and again, I'm not moving as fast in Guild Wars 1 as I am now in Guild Wars 2, but we move pretty much through here. It's pretty much very much the same path. Well, okay, maybe a little more south, but basically, right, check it out. We get right around somewhere here, right? And then we go south, and we take a southern route. I'm just gonna skip ahead a little bit. So that's the cave exit. I think I believe I have it like a full-on footage starting at 34. Let me just skip ahead. So yeah, whatever. So let's one more time copy the exact same footsteps basically that we do in Guild Wars 1. So yeah, I'm going back into the cave a little bit, but there we're looking yeah, at very much the same passage, or now I'm glancing back towards the cave, but now this is the passage. And yeah, the other one is actually quite replicated, I would say. And we move south, and where there are only jungle worms, and again this would loop us back into that area. Instead, we are going through like a very narrow exit. We move past our allies, and I have to shift our character a little bit because basically what we're coming up on and I wanted to genuinely show you. This one is very curious. What we're basically coming up on is this passageway. Again, it's a little off center, but basically we're coming up into this clearance with like a little lake here. This is pretty much the same passageway, right? And you'll see something in a minute in the footage once I'm done dealing with these drakes and these oak hearts. This is it. Okay, yeah, I'm showing it with my cursor. That is the seed that will eventually grow up into the pale tree, into the grove, basically, into the capital city of Silvari. And it's right here in Guild Wars 2 already. Planted by, as we know, what's his name? What's his face? I should know as a revenant. I should know. I do have him as a legend. Maybe not unlocked. Ventari. Yeah, by Ventari, right? But yeah, this is pretty much the seedling that will eventually grow up into the pale tree, as you can see there. And again, the southern view over here. I'm not going to go through that portal. Obviously, you know what the grove looks like. And I do have some footage of that. But yeah, that is where our journey ends. And that's pretty much all of the overlap of this southern part of Caledon Forest. We're not done with the comparisons yet. Don't think you're off the hook. Okay. We are going to get some more eventually. But that's when we come a little more northward. So let's take the same route we already took before and continue with our legendary journey proper. Let us skip ahead a bit and enjoy the full scope view of Guild Wars 2 again for a second. There. Oh, we need to pick this time? Alright, that's a no-brainer. Damn, it's much better gear. Also, I don't know, maybe... Nah, I don't give a shit about the rest of it. What else is there to pick up? Why am I walking on foot? No one knows. Did we already speak to this one, this scout? We did, didn't we? Okay. Let's pick up this outpost. So that's a lion guard post again. A little fort. It's a bay haven, actually. That's what it's called. A little fort guarding the routes going in and from Lion's Arch. Again, very uniform architecture of all of these. Just to understand why it's so suddenly so different from all the rest of what's here. And yeah, I think I'm gonna drop down for this little isle. So there's like this little place. We might loop back to it, but this is finally when we're gonna do some of the objectives for our legendary journey. So first of all, we need to do the heart here around the Weeping Isle. Which is to help the Soundless deal with the Nightmare Court. Repair fishing nets and traps, call the wave rider population, help divers, and fend off Nightmare Court raids. So yeah, the Soundless are a faction of Silvari. I'll be honest with you, I don't remember what their deal is. But yeah, we can help out a bit around here. So again, we can repair fish nets. We can check the crab cages, whether we are lucky with any catches, right? Or not us, but hold on, we don't have any fucking skills here though. Underwater, what is this? This is actually repairing the traps, not checking them for contents necessarily. Alright, we only got spears equipped on this character. Spears as far as I can see, okay. That's cool, that's chill, I guess. There's a frenzied wave rider as well. That's one of the enemies we are supposed to kill. Wow, a bunch of them going after me, man. Fascinating. I'll replenish some of the energy through the skill. Through our special action. No, not special action, sorry. Our just like profession specific skill. Alright, a couple of dead bodies over here in the water. Enjoy your underwater content, by the way. No, they're actually, well, those are the divers we're supposed to help. And yeah, Nightmare Court raids, which are very much event, or tied to an event, right? So, not something we can do over here. Can we consume all of it? No, we have to click them one by one. These candy canes. And if you're wondering why I'm using these as a consumable, it is because they are necessary for an achievement eventually. So there you go. And we already repaired this net, didn't we? What broke it again in the meantime? Okay, let me do some more resurrections, I guess. Help out a few more of these divers. Oh, we already got hard progress. I don't even know what triggered that, but that's fine. So now that we helped around, we can actually speak to the merchant. The hard vendor. And at the hard vendor, well, okay, so this is not the legendary journey. I mean, it is part of it. Again, we're trying to do as many of the achievements that are present in these maps as possible. This one, this silent conch shell, when you buy it, it gives you progress towards treasure hunter. It costs next to nothing. It's just a little bit of karma. So do definitely pick it up in case you are ever in the mood for finishing the treasure hunter. Now, I have to warn you though, the treasure hunter achievement is incredibly expensive. Okay, so just beware of that. We are going to move south again, mainly because the northern part is going to overlap with Guild Wars 1 maps again. So I just want to have that little follow around again at some point. In the meantime, we're gonna pick up the hero challenge here, which is the mysterious patch of ground, and let's see what's causing it. And it is a big ass fucking worm. Luckily just a veteran, but it might take a while for us to chew through its shitting, whatever it's shitting. Okay. Sorry for it. It wasn't intentional. But that gives us another hero point. And then continuing onward towards the eastern banks or eastern corner of this map. Not a lot of hearts I see along the way. In fact, none at the moment. There is like an event chain apparently, because it gives us a little bit of that. A little cave, spider cave. I'm also guessing tied to like a specific event. Don't know what that's for. But there already is another heart vendor. And again, so that's Zopatl grounds. The Zopatl a Hylek tribe, which is friendly towards us. This one is actually not one of the toxic assholes ones. And we are supposed to help them. Adzintli in particular, but the tribe as well, by battling the crate. So yeah, finally we are looking at the crate in Guild Wars 2 as well, and how they evolved. There's a little bit of that footage in Guild Wars 1 where you can compare the crate being like a sort of dragon-like characters, and they could actually use metamorphosis to transform into various forms.
Thank you for helping.
But we are supposed to be assisting these by battling the Guild Wars 2 version of Crate. We are supposed to be rescuing captive Hylek, so I'm guessing those are going to be in the water. And repairing territory markers, which we already partook in to a small extent.
Thank you for helping.
Let's see, and again, like this is a very slow progress. The reason for it being apparently that there's like an event chain going on sometimes, so they just want to keep you in the area for a while, apparently. So that was like a design. Oh, it's just like tiny Hylegs trapped in the tiny cage. That's interesting. And there's a big Hylek over here. Around, among the storm wreck deeps. The name of this point of interest. There is a bit of an obelisk thing. Oh, and then we can actually commune with this. I don't know what it's for. That is odd for a commune. The dark energy of the crate appears to be concentrated here, but we will leave it alone. I'm guessing that's for quite a different achievement. But yeah, anyway, we finished Blood in the Water, though. So that's also cute. And the Renowned Heart at the same time. Now again, this one is necessary. Now, as this one is actually for Hope. So we're gonna ask for what's for sale. And apart from this spear, which I'll learn, whatever, it's 77 karma. We can also buy the Sun God's Vial, which is actually one of the things we desperately need for our legendary journey. So good. That's another objective. Now I'm gonna do well. Okay, I think I'm gonna go towards the wall and see whether we can actually. Also finish the tracing the tapestry or progress it, right? So let's see if there are any Tengu willing to speak to us. Well, there is at least Swift Arrow, who is a hero challenge. I can only teach through battle. You can only learn through victory. I'm ready to learn then. Okay, so this should be an easy fight. But obviously not the guy who will help us with the collection. Or maybe he is. We just need to defeat him first.
I demand that you release me.
Okay, that was a very funny dialogue. Alright. Any words of wisdom then? No? Nothing. Okay, so that's Hayato. Very, by the way, Canton sounding name. This might genuinely be the guy to talk to. You will advance no further. The area is off limits. Okay, so there's area. Okay, so this is the Tengu wall, right? After around or behind this giant wall, there is the Dominion of Winds. So far, again, a map we've never been able to explore. Hopefully, in the future, we will. So, what can Hayato tell us? Can we talk? I have questions about your kind. You may ask. Your preferred weapon is a bow? Mine, yes, but we are a diverse race. The inhabitants here came from all over the world, and our clans each have their own preferences. Our weaponsmiths are quite skilled in all arms. All over the world. Aren't you from Kanta? Some of our ancestors come from Kanta, many others came from Alona and other parts of the area. They migrated the hill all over, seeking safe haven from the great tsunami. May I ask you something in? Why can I go in? Don't you want to trade with others? What is this place? 100 years? May I ask something else? And unfortunately, no. This guy doesn't tell us anything about tapestries. Whoa, we can actually trigger this again? Why? We already have it. Okay, it's interesting. Court area doesn't usually let you do that. But whatever. We're in Quetzal Bay. By the way, there is supposed to be like a collection over here. Oh, no, sorry. That is the tracing the tapestry, or what I believe to be tracing the tapestry. So, diving goggles we don't need. There is a renowned heart north of us. We don't want to do yet. So this is Titan's staircase. Don't know why it's called that. I don't see a staircase anywhere. Is that like the natural formation of the rocks? Is that what it's called? Anyway, I'm guessing what we're gonna do now. We're gonna fly back. We're gonna genuinely just come back from where we came, and that is because we're gonna follow the footsteps of our Guild Wars 1 brethren again. Once. Right. Let's view the vista, I guess. There's like a whole ass jumping puzzle you can do to reach this point. We're not gonna do that. This is a very nice view of the Dominion of Winds wall, though. Which is good that it doesn't pan around the main aisles over here. Because again, that's pretty much going to be the subject of our Guild Wars 1 footage. So let me get to the starting point there. And when I was gathering it, when I was recording it, I was a little more disciplined, or rather...
Don't just stand there, do something!
I did it a little smarter, at least if I can toot my own horn for a second there. And that is because I annotated and took notes after I've been finished with that. So there you go. Null Shed Refuge. That's the point of the interest in here. And let's see. We're going towards our starting point in Guild Wars 1 before I put it into split screen again. And that's pretty much around. Well, check it out. Well, first of all, there's a renowned heart. I think we're gonna finish that one first. Perhaps even to help out with the escort that's going on over here. We're gonna kill a couple of nightmare courtiers, and that is to help Tovar harass the nightmare court, right? Kill courtiers and their pets, free prisoners, destroy turrets, and generally wreak havoc in Hemlock Coil. So again, I mean, to light this Sylvari is moving away from us, so I don't know whether she's gonna help out a lot with the renowned heart, but she is moving generally towards it. We'll see whether... Okay, good. That was it. But yeah, we're supposed to generally wreak havoc around here. Let's see, so there's no point of interest over here? Okay. I'd say this counts as wreaking havoc, right? I don't know, can we do something else for a second? Oh, this is actually the hemlock coil. This is the little village that we're supposed to fuck up. Mortar. Yeah, I guess that counts as a turret, right? Most definitely. There we go, more hard progress. It's just like kill, 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 destroy. And there you go, there's your renowned heart. Now I'll go back a little, a second. A tiny bit. Because once again, we do have some footage to show. I'm putting it into split screen already. And there is already our first view of the area. This one is going to be very different because this one actually is gathered in, is from Guild Wars 2 Prophecies. Guild Wars 1 Prophecies. So that's the first campaign that the team ever released. And around that time, sad to say, no Guild Wars 2 plans have existed. None. Zilch. Zip. Nada. Right? So, none of what you're going to see is going to correspond very well. But there are some, perhaps, nods. Deliberate or not, we're going to see. So, our footage starts here, and that's pretty much the same view, or rather, I am looking rather more... well, no, yeah, pretty much the same view. So from over here, where the Nightmare Court thing is, to over here, where the towers are. Now, this is from a campaign mission as well. This is not a freely explorable map in Guild Wars 1. So, you know, just sort of understand that. We're walking around that little hill, so let's pretend we're doing that here as well. Basically looping back towards what is now Hemlock Coil, and then we're walking towards the tower over here. Now, in reality, we're moving through this giant hill, right? Right where Tovar is, that's pretty much where we would go north. More or less. Again, I tried to align those maps as best as possible, but this is going to be... quite curious, right? Because we're moving here, we're moving north, and we can see some ruins over here in Guild Wars 2. We're pretty much in this cave, in this little cave system. Well, not necessarily a cave, I mean, but it is the ruins of the unseen, right? Well, we'll see what that means in a second. Oh, well, you can see already in Guild Wars 1, I'm looking over like a little bridge. That look, again, is more or less around this giant rock, right? So let's pretend we're looking this way. But we're a little more towards our back. So that's pretty much the footage, right? We're going to cross that bridge in a second. What we're gonna do then, we're gonna do a little loop-de-doop, and that's actually along this path. So as soon as we cross the bridge, we're not gonna go directly towards the gate that you can see, but we're gonna move around. Go on then. Go on. Go on. I know I want to have some fancy footage, again, like showing the little bridge, and then you can see a little village towards that's pretty much the southern part, right? South east, more or less. Well, it's more east, I would say, even. Just like straight dead as east, looking at the village there. But yeah, we're moving on then, and again, as I say, we take a turn eventually, and that's towards the tower. The tower, because the tower is an objective in the mission. Not that I would care about the mission, but yeah, so that pretty much is this route, right? So we do a little touch of the tower, which would be right around this spot, right? So we're right around here. I'm just gonna hit the waypoint in Guild Wars 2 and come back real quick. So this is the town of Caledon, pretty much on the spot of the tower. That was once around. But then we look back and we actually go explore whatever is behind that gate. And what's behind that gate is... and let me just fast forward through that footage one more time. And we do a lot of clearing of that bit. We do a bit of fighting, but then eventually we will go around and comprehensively sort of look through it. So I go back to the gate and then I go in. Okay, let's start it from here. So this is the footage. And yep, that's the Temple of the Unseen. The one you're looking at in Guild Wars 1, that's the Temple of the Unseen. And as you can see here, it is called the Ruins of the Unseen. So while we run around in Guild Wars 1, I guess I'm gonna hit this vista. And that's pretty much the ruins of this temple. The one you see in Guild Wars 1, the one we're exploring, has been overtaken by the Skrit. And the Skrit are gathering artifacts in conjunction with some activities from the Asura, right? Now what I'm also doing in Guild Wars 1, and I don't know, do you want me to play the audio for the cutscene? I'll give you the audio. So this is where we pick up the Scepter of War. Now this guy is not White Mantle, even though he looks like it. He is like a double agent, basically. He is from the Shining Blade faction. So let's play it with audio. And sorry for the Guild Wars 2 sound. It's very quiet, right? And that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna turn it off again. But yeah, this is where we're hit with the cutscene. And yeah, when we get the Scepter of War back, basically. I mean, there's a couple more dialogue. And yeah, even though this is supposed to be like a big opposing force, we are not taking the sneaky way out. We are going straight back through these guys. So in Guild Wars 1 again. So no issue But yeah, basically, the Temple of the Unseen is referenced very much in Guild Wars 2 through these ruins. In fact, there are a couple of activities you can do here, and that is to help Zipti study the hyper-aggressive Skrit. So we are supposed to help Zipti's golems with their experiments, fight the Skrit, knock over their shinies, and activate tracking devices to monitor their response. And a lot of these shinies actually, again, like sort of reference Guild Wars 1 as well. They are allegedly sort of relics of the temple. A lot of it is just, again, though, pressing F, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, that temple would pretty much spawn towards... well, towards the north here. There's not a lot of it here. Pretty much the only reference is these lowlands, basically. We can assist the golems as well. Alarmed but ready. Please input experiment parameter alpha. Input parameter C. Spot. Please input experiment parameter beta. Run. Enthusiastic affirmation. Please authorize commencement of experiment. Authorize. And I don't know what's gonna happen. But whatever.
How are your endeavors progressing?
Are you helping to wants us to studying? I wonder if they're referencing what these ruins are. They're not necessarily, not very explicitly. So whatever, we're just gonna press F on as many things as possible and kill Squid. Right, so in Guild Wars 1 we're moving a bit south. In fact, actually,
Attack! Yes!
if I'm not mistaken, that's pretty much where we are. That's pretty much where we are right at the moment. Around here. Let's see if we can find a well up here, actually. Or something like that. Again, the ruins, I mean, they are referenced here. They don't necessarily correspond to any of that original architecture. As you can see, there's a lot of wooden sort of stuff. So, like, it's not perfect. I'm not gonna say it is, but it is nice that they are doing like a little callback to it over here. Just to see, again, the comparison of what it looked like in Guild Wars 1 and what it's now in Guild Wars 2. Anyway, let's finish this hard and try to catch up with our Guild Wars 1 counterparts, because they are very much ahead already. Moving south of us in Guild Wars 2. And yeah, we clicked F enough times to finish this. So, let me make sure I'm on the right path. Yeah, that is pretty much where we are right now. Or we're going south like this. Don't know how far alongside we are, or along the way we are. But eventually we're gonna loop back, actually. We're not following the whole thing south. Let me see, this rock is where exactly? Okay, we are moving past the rock on its southern side eventually. And while we discovered Mabon Market, Mabon! We are moving afterwards, after we're done with the tower, basically. We will be looping back a long way alongside this road, and there's not a lot to go about in Guild Wars 2. Basically, there's not a lot of landmarks. So we're gonna skip a lot of that journey. Eventually, we're gonna turn around over somewhere around here, right, and move back. So again, I'm just gonna fast forward it or skip through it. Skip. So you will catch glimpses of this. But yeah, we're taking like a southern route through that area. Actually, now we're moving southward. Sorry for that Guild Wars 2 footage. Too zoomed in. But eventually, this is the route we're gonna take. Yep. Alongside what is now a bit of a lake or a river or whatever. And right here, we're accosted by some fog nightmares. None of this is referenced in Guild Wars 2 anymore. Even though it does have some prominence later on. So, yeah, we move on. We move through. And then eventually, as we do this little path, and I'm gonna copy it in Guild Wars 2 now. This is pretty much where we're going. Right here. Again, the landscape quite different. There's no sort of no crevice, none of that. Eventually, we will reach a sort of an outing. Again, let me skip ahead a little bit, actually. So I moved quite a bit in north. I am looking at some architecture there. Again, none of it present in Guild Wars 2 anymore. But that is very much past Mabon village already. At the other end of it, actually. Where we're gonna come out to like a clearing in Guild Wars 1. And where you can see like it's actually quite moody and, I mean, verdant. It will change very much so, right about as we reach this fireplace, and what you can see onward. Again, basically at the other side of this village view. This is the landscape you're looking at. This is pretty much the same, and as you can see, the mood is completely changed in Guild Wars 1. Suddenly, there's like a nasty looking gray or brown looking bog, and it is interesting, like a portion of this map, like the lighting changes as well. It was certainly a stylistic choice, I'll give them that. But yeah, pretty much the same view, and we are moving north. We're moving down a little bit, so that is pretty much what we're copying here. We're gonna loop back towards like a little fireplace again, which would be around here somewhere, roughly here, right? Again, no reference to it. I mean, it's just a random fireplace. There's a lot of random spots in Guild Wars 1, just a lot of sort of landmarks that have no justification anywhere in lore, are not explained in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, the landscape quite different. And what I actually do in Guild Wars 1, I loop back considerably further, and I do a little run around, the rock. So again, some more fog nightmares, not referenced at all, but right around as we run about this little rock formation, there's like a giant rock sticking out of the ground, that you can just do a little loop around. And that would be around this area, technically, if we tried to overlay it as closely as possible. But I like to believe that they referenced it by making this little island in the water, right? So that's my speculation. Again, it doesn't line up all that well. Either way, further on, we're gonna move on and again skip ahead a bit in the footage. Because that's uninterrupted footage, unedited. But once we go back into these lowlands, let's say, we move past a bit past what is the Vista area over here, and right as we go towards this edge, this place, right around somewhere here, we will find an interesting enemy type in Guild Wars 1, and that is going to be in half a minute. You're gonna see. They're already hitting us, I guess. No, there's still more wraith-like phantom enemies. But yeah, very soon we're gonna come across bone dragons. Whoa! So yeah, right around this area in Guild Wars 2 is where you would find like a pair of bone dragons, along with some phantoms. So again, very foreign creatures, very unlike anything in Guild Wars 2 of today, or this area. Right here, we're gonna move a little more north eventually, so pretty much what we do in Guild Wars 2 as well now. And I'm gonna walk rather slowly just to catch up again. But right as we well, once I actually run across this guy, Tlamwali,
A meal today means no travel.
who says the sun shines through all things, but the light is through the great beasts that represent each of Caledon's tribes. The great Shuttle lives here, whatever it's pronounced like, basking in the radiance of the sun. Okay, thank you. So right around this area, actually, is where we're gonna encounter a very interesting mob as well in Guild Wars 1, and that is a boss, one of the phantom bosses, who's got a name as well. And his name is Zeki Lament. Unfortunately, no reference, as you can see here in Guild Wars 2. There's just a goddamn Hylic. Nothing on this rock either. But yeah, that's pretty much this area as well. And then we do a little loop back and move through some inaccessible terrain. What is, again, inaccessible terrain in Guild Wars 2, but wasn't in Guild Wars 1. Yeah, pretty much move towards the Titan's staircase eventually. So I'm gonna walk around quite a different route. I'm gonna take it from the east, whereas in Guild Wars 1 we are moving through the west route. And eventually, again, I'm gonna sync up the footage in a sec. And it is all over the place, just by the way. Oh, and the event is going on. The event is going on. But yeah, right around where the lettering of the Titan's staircase is where we're eventually gonna look over eastward in Guild Wars 2. So let me skip ahead again. There's a fight at the base of a tower, another watchtower, and eventually we're gonna get to. Hold on. Did I skip it? No. Okay, so we're gonna have a quick view of this. I don't know where. Oh, okay. No, so we're way more north. Okay, let me try to skip to the relevant part. Because we move very much north. I will come back to this footage again. But, yep, that's it. This is where it's gonna... where we're gonna have a little look over like a little beach village, and that's pretty much the same view as we are looking at Guild Wars 2. That is spot on right now, right here. That's pretty much the same angle, right? Again, lined up as much as possible, but yep, very much from over here. More towards east, actually, in Guild Wars 1, so more like this. Again, where a giant rock is. But, yep, I would say they did have some of the landmarks there, I guess. I'm gonna return back a little bit because we're gonna need to hit the northern view, or the view of the little bridge. Okay, I'm gonna let the footage play a little bit where we fight with the hill giants, and I'm gonna relocate in Guild Wars 2 to hit pretty much the same spot. In the meantime, I can at least hit the vista as well. So yeah, this gives you a view of the area and how it may have changed. It's full of Hylek again. Very much a presence alongside the Sylvari. And let me coordinate again the points. Right. Yep, I would say, yep, that's pretty much where the point of interest is. Where the current Hylek village is where we're gonna eventually come to. With the Guild Wars 1 footage. Where we're gonna go to like a little beach area, a tiny bit of a tiny shore. So I assume somewhere around here, right? Because like there's water, right? And yeah, we're gonna look up, and there's gonna be like a little bridge, and this bridge is notable because we actually cross it later on. But yeah, there's a view from the bottom here. So that's pretty much this area as well. As you can see, they actually maintain some of the palm trees here. That's cute. Cute little detail. A bit of a beachy ground here. But yeah, that's pretty much the same view again. Right here. But no rock formations, nothing that could carry a bridge. Right, so that's like whatever. So then I'll skip ahead quite a bit, and then we fight over some watchtowers, and that's pretty much the high ground we would be looking at, and that's a little more south now. So that's around the path that leads up to the scout over here. So right where the fishing nets are. Is where we're fighting alongside or among some of the towers, right? And there's a boss fight eventually that ends the mission. Basically, we fight this boss right around this area where nothing is basically in Guild Wars 2, and then we cross the bridge, and eventually we're hit with a cutscene right here. Now this one I don't have any audio on, but we collapsed the bridge so the White Mantle cannot follow us with the Scepter of War. And they look like they're cheering, but in fact they're like mad at us, right? And also getting pummeled by undead. And then we talk to like, again, the Shining Blade, and they will have some words of dialogue. So we're talking to right here, Evenia. The Scepter of War. The time for retribution against our oppressors has finally arrived. I thought the point of stealing the scepter was to keep it from the mantle. How are we going to use it? We can't, but Vizier Kilbron can. I negotiated a treaty with the former advisor to the King of War. In exchange for the scepter, the good Vizier has agreed to aid us in our fight against the mantle. Vizier Kilbron, what can one man do for us that we can't do for ourselves? The Vizier is a very powerful mage. He can show us the path that will lead to our victory. Come now, the sun will be rising soon, and we must prepare for our journey to meet the Vizier. So yeah, this is where the... and then Sidra says, what news of Marcus? Marcus, why would we have news of him? He didn't meet you outside the temple? No, we knew of no such plan. Maybe he'll catch up with us at the docks. Let's go. Even the mental are smart enough to find their way across that river. So yeah, that's a little glimpse of the past. So this was where the fateful decision was to hand over that scepter to the hands of Vizier Kill fucking Bron, right? And set in motion the Flame Seeker prophecies. Anyway, that brings us to a little village known as Sanctum K. And that's quite a bit more north of us. In fact, Sanctum K is pretty much where this little isle is. Let me reach it first. So right as we cross Quetzal Bay, this little indent, this little isle, very much corresponds to Sanctum K. So where we're looking at right now is the southern view, basically, and we're gonna move in a second. But yeah, this is pretty much where we're at. So not a lot about this outpost. There's not a lot in Guild Wars 1 to be looking at, honestly. Now we're moving northwards, and yeah, there's not much. There's a ship, right, that will take us eventually, and that one is to our right, so to the east. But that is what is going to eventually take us to elsewhere, basically. And not much to look at. There's just like a little port. I don't know whether they would have made some reference to it beyond the wall, if they ever did anything about the wall. But yeah, not much to look at in Guild Wars 2, honestly. Eventually I'm going to move away from this point of interest, and exit into the map. So that's where we're going to start, is right around the village of Dizhailek. So that's Kui Sani or Morgatl ground. Right as we exit, that's pretty much where we're going to appear. So I do believe I have it annotated, but yep. Nothing but scale in Guild Wars 1. No Hylic to be seen over there. Hylic did not exist around Guild Wars 1's time. There was another frog race, but not Hylic. I believe, right? Wasn't Hylic. Either way, we're right around the point where I do have an objective. I don't remember what that objective is. Let me look it up real quick. Oh, yeah. Around Morgatl grounds, we are actually supposed to be killing a bunch of these Hylic, because we need to loot an item from them. That hasn't happened yet, is there? Is it? Did it? Okay, so I'm giving a little bit of a view again in Guild Wars 1 of an area. Let me just pause it real quick, right as we fight these Hylic, so that we can again coordinate footages eventually. But let me try to loot this this bit. Ooh, we received another email, and that's because we hit level 76. We don't need information about the dungeon. So yeah, we might be here for a while just killing Hylic, and that is for actually an item. An item we eventually need for the Hope, and that is the Hylic Dart Poison Glands. And that's the Morgatl Hylic harvest these glands to coat their darts in its poison. And it's found on Hylic of Morgatl grounds, right? So yeah, pretty much just kill these guys, I guess that's how I interpret this objective. So we're gonna be doing a lot of killing here. So bear with me as we just do a little genocide.
I demand that you release me.
I'm gonna switch the views as well for a second, just so you can see when we loot it eventually, as we loot it. I'm gonna also look around for like any potential chests, any boxes that it might be hidden in. Don't know. Yeah, right now I wish I had a more potent build. I don't even know whether I have all the traits. No, I have 2 entirely empty trait lines. That's fucking... Okay, let me just populate the trait lines with whatever real quick. Let me see. I don't... Ooh, we don't have that trained yet. Okay. I didn't have to train all of it. Just 1 trait would be fine. I don't really care. What about corruption? Does that sound damaging? Most definitely does. Let me... Sorry, we can click the last one actually. We got a lot of points, by the way, to spend around. Definitely a lot. Oh, and devastation also sounds quite damaging. Let's take whatever. I genuinely don't know what to fucking make of these. And then 1 more. So devastation, right? Okay, let's go with that one. Sure, why not? That's corruption though. Oh, there's the best devastation. This looks like something, this looks like something, this will definitely, I don't know, this bleeding heart. Right. Hopefully this will give us a bit more punch, a little bit of it. Okay, haven't we also looted some good stuff? No, we're gonna rely on the spear, who gives a shit. What's our old weapon, by the way? A staff? Not quite convinced about that one, but let's keep killing. Shall we? Let's see. Are we a little faster in that killing? I don't know. But there it is. We looted the poison dart. Okay, let's move on then to coordinate again, or rather find the same spot as we are occupying in Guild Wars 1 at the moment. In the footage at the very least. It's pretty much this view. So yeah, what I'm looking at northwards is this like nice little beachy area, very much a beach, and yeah, some mountains as well, mountain ranges. I'm not gonna say it's similar in Guild Wars 1, in Guild Wars 2, the terrain, and wow, check it out, there's the Wizard Tower, obviously, again, as I discussed in some of the previous episodes. Wizard Tower that is relocated to quite a different spot, but yeah, we're continuing alongside the beach, which is not a beach any longer in Guild Wars 2, very further down the road, because that's pretty much this road that we're taking at the moment. And yeah, we're gonna hit the edge of the map very soon with this one, so excuse that, I guess. I'm gonna pick up the waypoint. But yeah, very much a beachy area still along the coast for a while. Hamlet of what was it? Hamlet of Anwen. The waypoint we just picked up. And yeah, eventually we're gonna hit like a little snack right around this isle. What is now most definitely like straight up like a fucking bog. And then we go back, we loop back, as you can see, towards the beach. So let's do the same in Guild Wars 2 as well. A little more south than that. And then we're going to continue on northward So our journey is going to take us actually through this Lion Guard outpost that has popped up here since. I'm going to hit the vista here. Tree Mark Estuary. And yeah, so that's basically along the way. Again, giving you some more views of the Wizard's Tower. Actually moving quite consistently towards it. It's a little more, supposed to be a little more towards to the east, right? But yeah, again, we're pretty much on top of where we are in Guild Wars 2 right now. So you would see in Guild Wars 1 the Wizard's Tower over there. We are not able to see it. Which is like whatever. An interesting landmark, but like they never did much with it in Guild Wars 1, to be honest. So we're gonna move northwards still in Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2 as well. I'm gonna hit a waypoint that's Crate Bay Haven along the way. And eventually we're gonna reach an area that roughly corresponds to the edge of the map over here. So where the jungle raptors now live is where we're eventually gonna be looking over something. I don't know why I'm fighting these guys. But yeah, again, let me skip ahead a little bit. Because yeah, we're gonna be looking way more north, I would say, where there is an edge of the map right now. There used to be, well, first of all, Tengu, right? That's what we're looking at in Guild Wars 1. That's who we're going to be fighting. No Tengu to be found around here. They all withdrew into the Dominion of Winds, but as you can see, they did have a presence over in Guild Wars 1 as well. So that's a little fight over on this hill, basically. Pretty much where we are at the moment. Again, where the map edge is. And then further on, as we progress the footage a little further, we will get a view of a little lake. Now that is quite beyond the horizon in Guild Wars 2. Inaccessible. And there's no real reference to it. We are in Rowan Woods in Guild Wars 2. Whatever that means, not much to correspond to the Guild Wars 1 thing. So yeah, eventually we're moving south a bit more. Again, we're gonna hit another Tengu fight or Tengu boss battle. Did we miss it? No, was not there yet. But yeah, what you can see here, eventually right there is the group of the Tengu. An elementalist boss. A profession that was very much carried over into Guild Wars 2. That fight is somewhere around these rocks where a bunch of hermit crabs are now. Again, no reference to any Tengu bosses, but why would there be, right? And eventually we're gonna move past, and look, there's not a lot to look at in Guild Wars 1 anymore, I'll be honest with you. Eventually we're gonna go through here and loop back around to the northern part, so where the waterfalls are now, actually, like this little haven. This is gonna be pretty much the area that I'm looking at right now, the big giant hill sticking out of the ground there, or this one actually. So yeah, that's pretty much where the waterfall now is in Guild Wars 2. Not much to say, not much to look at, genuinely. I'm just gonna let the footage play out while we do some more exploring in Guild Wars 2, because there's a bunch of objectives we missed. I'm gonna come back to them. Namely, or notably, a renowned heart, a hero challenge, and so on and so forth. So, what do they want from me here? Lion Guard Hester. Assist Lion Guard Hester in recovering slaves from slavers' deeps. Defeat crate, rescue slaves, and put slave remains to rest. So, yeah, the crate, the digs around slavers' deeps are doing evil, basically, and we're trying to stop them. Not a lot to once again dig into over here. We're just gonna destroy and kill a bunch. There is an event going on as well that might help out with the hard progression. Most definitely right. It is still within scope. That's good. A long stream. I'll be honest with you, I did not expect it to be this long. But that's the price of having that split screen thing. That is not interesting to anyone. It seems like there's not many people here on stream. In fact, no one around. We're supposed to be destroying the cells pretty much, and that's it. Like for the event. Again, we're just gonna leave it unfinished. We don't necessarily need it. Not this event at the very least. Let me switch to Guild Wars 2 view only again. For now, there's a bit more we're gonna explore side by side still, but it is a less substantial chunk of the map. But we'll see how well it overlaps with the first one.
To fight at your side.
There you go. The heart is done. We don't need anything from the heart vendor. What we do need is, however, firstly, the hero challenge over here. And no. Hold on. Maybe we can go south first. Pick up what we left. So first of all, another heart. There are 2 renowned hearts we skipped altogether. Okay, let's go get them. Let's go get them. So right here, the point of interest, where we will help Fisher load up, support the fishers of Sogorsod by fighting fishing lanterns, or lighting fishing lanterns, I'm sorry. By lighting fishing lanterns, checking quaggan traps, destroying crate blood idols, and defending quaggan villagers from the marauding crate. Again, referring very much specifically to like an event going on in here. Or, well, actually, there are some free crate that are harassing our poor little quaggan fishers. Sogorsod. That is the point of interest and the name of this village, apparently. Yeah. Did I hear some pleadings for help? What is this quaggan doing? Why is he fighting a scorpion? That didn't give me any progress. Come on. This is a melee weapon? Fuck. Haven't realized that. A bit more. I'm hoping I can hit it on our way south. Again, we don't necessarily... Ooh, pipe organ. What is that, mate? Oh, we can play it. Is there some actual melody we can play on this one? It's interesting. Unfortunately, I'm guessing... well, it might give some hard progress if you know what to play. But I doubt it. I doubt it. Okay, but it would be cute. It would be genuinely a cute way to design a heart. And some more crate. So help Yoal weaken the crate and recover kidnapped Hylek. Defeat Crate, bring her Hylek armor, and rescue Hylek slaves. So just a bit more, just like whatever. Look, there's a great chest over here we can theoretically loot. Practically, I'd have to turn the... Well, hold on. Don't I... What's the name of that... What's the name of that achievement? What is it? Is it an Explorer? Is it an Explorer? Sunken Treasure Hunter? Ooh. Siren's Refractal. What the hell? Yeah, we would have to pretty much turn this around. Also, that's a different chest, I guess. Anyway, so I don't know why there's so many of these. Okay, we got some Hylek armor. That's good. Right. Bring her Hylek armor. Okay, so that's part of the heart. That's just part of the heart. Anyway, I'm surprised, genuinely surprised there's no chest for the deep diver, whatever it's called, that achievement, right? Either way, yeah, these hearts pretty much... Oh, hold on, we're outside of the reach of that heart. That's a different one. It's interesting. But yeah, a lot of hearts to do with the crate. It's fascinating. And each time they are, I guess, bullying a different faction, so I guess they're trying to show you right from the get-go that these guys are just they're just dicks. Plain and simple, right? And pretty much the same heart copied 3 times right next to each other. That's it's funny though. Ooh, big group. Can we get a little more progress by doing this? Okay. Yeah, sure, no problem. All right, let's move north then, back towards... my god, this point of interest is gonna be killing me. Either way. Back to this tower and towards its depths, because there's this hero challenge we need obviously for map completion. So that's a crate altar. This dark stone altar, is it stone, has been the site of many crate sacrifices of slaves in rituals designed to appease the crate prophet, who they believe will someday return to flood the entire Tyrian continent. We can commune with this place of power. Don't hit me. And after we do, and after we kill this asshole, we did bring a superior rune of scavenging that we can place into the murky waters. And once again, once it's done channeling, it will give us a piece of treasure, a seal of the Oratus, as an item for the treasure hunter collection. So another objective dinged. Good. I think that's it for treasure hunter. I believe there's no more. Well, there might be one more item, or not. No, I think the rest of it is for hope, genuinely, and kudzu, but hope. Anyway, we are going to... Let's do the Northern Passage. No. Okay, let's do the rest of Guild Wars 1. Retrospective. Let's call it that. The rest of Guild Wars 1 starts... And we haven't spoken to a lot of scouts. Let me hit this guy along the way. Let them introduce the area.
Witchmire Swamp has always been dangerous, but is even more so now. The Nightmare Court set up camp in the heart of the swamp, and unnatural creatures rise up around them. Also, jungle trolls up north threaten the only major route through the area. Tread carefully.
Uh-huh. This one is interesting because, of course, the Witchmire Swamp is the host of a world boss. If we're super, super lucky, I mean, there is a timer. I can see the timer. We just missed it. But there is a world boss. We're not going to be able to get that one, but whatever. So right around here, let me launch up. Let me trigger that footage of Guild Wars 1 and get that going on in split screen once again.
I don't get the soundless.
That's
Why not share it with everyone?
I guess for some the
what is happening. Why can I not display? There you go. Yep, that's pretty much the view you're looking at. So where once was like a nice, cute little lake, is now a nasty fucking,
Will you help?
nasty fucking swamp.
Let's head
Right, so there used to be a lake here. There just used to be a lake. That's pretty much the same view. Now hold on, we're looking towards what is it? East right now? Yeah, we are moving towards east. So let's do this. Let's do the same in Guild Wars 2. Actually, that's where Gamarian is leading us, and where we can progress the heart. That is help wardens in Witchmire Swamp by destroying corrupted plants, husks, and thorns. Fight the Nightmare Court and their minions, and free prisoners. It's not actually giving us a lot of
The
problems.
wildlife here has always been aggressive, but it's become more so lately. Something is driving them out.
But yeah, I think, did we already hit the collector over there in the footage in Guild Wars 1? Yep, we did. So that was Fulhurst, the collector. We are now moving north, so basically through this rock. And in a second there, in fact, let me skip towards that a little bit. I'm gonna offer you again the same view in both Guild Wars 2 and Guild Wars 1. And that's from right around this spot. Let's assume this is the same rock we're gonna be standing on. So once again, as you can see, there's like Nightmare Court, the tree that's part of the dungeon basically. But in Guild Wars 1, again, very much a beachy area with like a little lake there. What happened to it? What the fuck? None of that in Guild Wars 2. None of it. None of it. It's just a disgusting looking swamp, right? No tropical trees, nothing of that sort. It is a genuinely gloomy looking place. So that's interesting. Again, pretty much the same view. Well, we're looking at, ooh, we're doing this pan, now we're looking there. And more towards the north. Oh, can you see the face? These faces are very interesting. Because they're connected to some dungeons we're gonna see later on. But yep, there's that. Let's move on, I guess. Again, more towards north. Again, just to copy the same points or the same route. We are supposed to be fighting the courtiers, so I guess we're going to do that right now in order to progress the heart.
Anger rising.
Run! You're free!
I demand that you release me.
And we're going north still. Ooh, these mosquito larvas are actually part of another, of a different renowned heart. Hopefully I didn't bite off more than I could chew. This one is to help line guard CERN, safeguard the road, repair signs, light torches, and keep the road free of dangers, destroy troll trophy spikes, poison trophy, and drive trolls away. Ooh yeah. What is happening? What is going on? I have some insane frame dips. What was that? What was that? It's not a frame dip. That was pretty much a ping issue. Did we drop any frames though? It seems we didn't drop any frames in it. But yeah, anyway, we've moved quite a bit though in Guild Wars 2. I can see that we're in quite a different view. No, well, no, not necessarily. Hold on. Let me rewind that for a second there. Like very unnoticeably. More towards here. Right, these jagged rocks, they're pretty much the troll den. So right here, as you can see the bridge, that's pretty much this view. Again, this is the edge of the map for Guild Wars 2. So none of this can be seen. But that's terrain you can cross towards there in Guild Wars 1. Guild Wars 2, we don't have such luck, any such luck. All we got is a bunch of angry troll that we can kill for event progress or hard progress, sorry. Including a veteran who is just like annoying to kill. That's why. Well, he's already softened quite a bit. So let's finish him off. There you go, hard progressed. Now in Guild Wars 1, because I knew there was a map boundary in Guild Wars 2, I didn't explore any further north. We are looping back south. Ooh boy, where the fuck did I fall into like a crevice? Or more west, southwest. That's where we're moving currently, I believe. Yeah. That's pretty much it. So we're following roughly this path, roughly towards the waypoint where we're going. There's a lot of moss hearts in Guild Wars 2. None of that in Guild Wars 1. And then there's a portal out of here. You can actually cross over into Brisbane Wildlands. But that is a different episode of our legendary journey. That's not for today. And yeah. Afterwards, we're moving south, past the collector, past this head actually, quite a bit beyond the scope of this map. In fact, more towards like here. That sounds about right. Right here in Guild Wars 2, there's a dungeon entrance. No sign of that in Guild Wars 1. Again, a beachy area around a lake. Very nice place. and a very nasty bog over here in Guild Wars 2. But yeah, if let me see, we are quite a bit more south already in Guild Wars 2 as well. I'm sorry, in Guild Wars 1. If we go back here, first of all, let me hit the waypoint. But yeah, pretty much the other view of the lake, the other shore, is right towards the edge of the map, somewhere around here. Again, based on some like basic triangulation, and based on that Shaman's historical guide. But what I'm about to show you again, the other view of the lake is yeah, a view of the swamp now. So judge for yourself how well the terrain translates over here. I wouldn't say very much, but a body of water has been preserved, I guess. And as we move a little more north, somewhere around where the Nightmare Court now exists and where they have the dungeon entrance, is where we can see a wooden bridge in Guild Wars 1. See that little construction? That's pretty much what has been replaced by a little Nightmare Court settlement. Again, we don't have to fight these rakes. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, I'm gonna let it play a bit more. There's only 30 more seconds of footage there, so might as well while we pursue the hero challenge here. And yeah, that's it. In terms of the overlap, that's pretty much the rest of it. There's not much more to talk about in terms of Guild Wars 1 versus Guild Wars 2. So right there, the footage is over, and we are just looking for the hero challenge in Guild Wars 2. Now we're on our own. No ancestors to guide us through this. So let's see what we can do here. First of all, again, fight a bunch of these Nightmare Courtiers for some more hard progress. And the hero challenge. A powerful darkness surrounds this area. Call out into that darkness. And we're supposed to be killing some more of these idiots. Lovely. With that, we're also hitting level 77. We are supposed to choose a rune. I don't remember which ones I have. Let's pick the Lich one. Whatever. Oh, there, it may have shown me how many I have in bank. No, not even from the selection panel. 7 in bank. Okay. Okay. I already have a full set. But never mind that, I guess. Don't worry about it. Let's keep streaming. Let's keep streaming. This should finish the heart, hopefully. Again, nothing we would need from the vendor. We can move on. Let me just check the map real quick. Let's hit that waypoint, I guess. Right there. Towards the east. Dead silent, by the way. Dead fucking silent in chat. Unfortunately, not very many people that would join me. Now, there's a sky scale thing here. We must have already done this in the past, so let's forget it. Why is there a Fractal Rush. Why is there a symbol here? Oh, that's an Aetherblade cache. What is that? What does that do? What is that? Why is there like a golden starburst over here, huh? What does that mean? What are you doing to me? Let me check that real quick. I'm actually curious about that one. How do I reach it though? Is that inside like a... what? Oh, so this is the exit of the mini dungeon. So, in order to do some more progress, we have to do this mini dungeon, right? No reason to fight these Hylic, in fact. Now, I don't quite remember where the entrance is, necessarily. I think it's a little more... yeah, it's a little more south. But there is an entrance to a mini dungeon. Now, I don't know whether it's going to be completed or not, whether the entrance is going to be open or not. It seems that it's very much closed. So, we will have to open it. First of all, by fighting the chieftain, I guess, is step one. Ow! Jesus Christ. Is this the first time we died or got downed? And there's the boulders. So these boulders, well, you can pick up this boulder and aim at the gong, basically. And when you ring it, bang, you open the door. Good shit. Now inside, some more fighting going on, I guess, whatever. I mean, we can skip that, I guess. We'll see whether they're gonna leave us alone. But then you can progress through this mini dungeon. Now, this mini dungeon is very much necessary. Ooh, there's a fucking bunch of veterans, isn't there? It's insane, actually. Come on, let me go though. Jesus Christ. So we don't want to hang around, I guess. I mean, to like a... ooh, and there's a champion as well. Fuck, am I in the correct mini dungeon? Is this the one, right one? Fuck. Ooh, oh, these are dart traps.
Help me.
How cute, this thing. We're not gonna be able to kill them from downstate, are we? Wow, we actually died in the starting zone. It's fantastic. I couldn't ask for a better fate. Whatever. Let's try it again, I guess. This time less fighting, more moving. Do we actually need to fight the champion, man? So I don't care about these guys. Let's open it up again. No, don't. Get. Okay, we need to kill them so that they're not in the way of our rock throwing. I mean, the fighting would be easier if I knew what I'm fucking doing, but I'm just spamming buttons. So, but it's working. It's working. Oh, come on. Let's ring the bell. And let's try to get through here. Hold on. Can we actually ride yep, we can ride whatever, I mean. Yeah, there's no way they want me to fight all these veterans, is there? So I don't want to engage the champion at all. What we're genuinely trying to do here is just reach the end chest. And there it is, the big part of the mini dungeon, the little puzzle. So what we are supposed to do here is arrange these rocks on these, these tiers on the rocks so that they actually correspond to the patterns on the eyes of the face. So it's, you know, a fairly easy puzzle to do, really. Over here we are actually removing tiers. There you go. And that little shake meant it registered. Now we need to just repeat the second pattern, which is like this. Then nothing in the middle except for the leftmost one. Okay, this, and it changed. Okay, so now we need to repeat this pattern as well. So definitely pick up this one, place it here. Right, this part is the same for both. Let's start with the easier pattern. What's this guy? That's wah, and just remove this guy. There, it shook, and then that's pretty much just fill in the rest of it. So one more over here. You're seeing what I'm doing here, right? I don't have to explain this. And just like that, this door opens and you're let in to that little secret right here at the end. First of all, we will need to pick up this flower, which is for kudzu. That's Itlaco's flower. That pretty much finishes the kudzu collection for this map. We can uncheck this. And then the alchemist supplies, which is for hope, for the pistol. This appears to be a collection of stolen high-like alchemy supplies. Perhaps there's something to learn. Rummage through the supplies. A recipe for high-like poison coating was buried among the supplies. You insta-learn the recipe. That's... Ooh, buddy. I hope I don't have to learn it on... No. That is very much account bound, right? And, oh, here's the cash then. Okay, let me kill these guys. I don't know what...
I have returned to fight at your side.
I can just loot this. No? Do I have to do something special? I guess so. And I guess these doors can be just straight up opened. And you can leave. Okay. Good. So that's 2 objectives, and that's pretty much the legendary journey objectives done. There's nothing else to go through. So, yeah, we're going to try and finish the Hope 1 research collection here on stream. But before we can do that, we, of course, need to finish the map as well. I mean, not before we can technically do that, right? There's nothing preventing us from finishing the collection itself. But in... like to fulfill the conditions of the legendary journey, we will have to finish the map's completion. So that's that. So that's Caledon Haven waypoint and its associated vista. Again, another Lions Guard outpost. Very visibly nighttime. Sometimes it's not easy to tell night from day apart in some of the core maps, but I think it's very noticeable that the mood is a bit changed here, right? We've got a point of interest here. That's Hanto Trading Post, and in fact, that actually finishes the map for us. So, Caledon Forest, 100% completed. How cute. We get some rubbish. Loot, we don't really care about that. We get some letter of congratulations. We don't care about that either. And we've got the Wizard's Vault. A lot of these things which I don't really care all that much about because I'm just picking up money at this point. We also did some weekly. Cute. But it's good, I guess. Well, we're getting the gold as well. Listen. Before we can craft anything, of course, we need to get these resources. Into the possession of our huntsman. Who is Lucy, who we started the stream with. So let's just visit this little outpost. The one I was curious about, it's called the Mabon Waypoint. I am genuinely curious whether that is actually whether they took...
Even he should be able to outwit a few script.
Shut the fuck up. Whether they were actually inspired by this Waypoint's name when they created the character of Mabon. But I'm guessing it might be because it's very, very close, Mabon Market, to the Ruins of the Unseen, which has an association with the White Mantle, who have an association with, you guessed it, the Mersat, right? I'm guessing though that none of these characters will reference Mabon, that they didn't retcon that information in, so it's like whatever, mate. All right, let's store some of these items here. I don't think we need this flower anymore, but for posterity's sake, we will store it in the bank. What we will need is Sun God's Vial and the Hylic Dart Poison Gland. Move that over here. And alongside these resources, it should be enough to craft all of the stuff we need to progress the achievement itself. So let's switch to the different character then. One that will help us with crafting the rest of it. Doing all the necessary recipes. What a fit. What a fit. We started with like a hideously pink scale armor. Now we are almost looking like a goddamn warrior. It's good. It's good. We're gonna hit level 80 very soon with the character. That's very nice. But right now we're focused on quite the different thing, and that is the collection. So in order to do this, well, we already picked up the recipe for the filtered honey, right? Might as well craft it right away. In order to do that, we will need the raw honey, which we have from earlier. We will need to craft the 5 bolts of damask, right? And 250 lumps of coal, which we don't have, and which we can actually buy here. So let me just... it was coal, wasn't it? It was coal, wasn't it? It was coal. It was coal. Yeah. We need a stack. Let's buy right about 300. That's fine. We're gonna have for the future. And that's 1 filtered honey. Perfection. Now Sun God's bread flask as well. Don't know where we picked up this recipe, but we definitely have all the ingredients for it. Firstly, the Sun God's Vial, the Firebug Larva from earlier, Frog's Bread from earlier, and Blue Hunger Sap, which I feel like I've had in my inventory on my main account, or sorry, main character for ages, like insanely long. But yeah, finally we get rid of it by crafting the sun god's flask, breath flask. Then there's the vial of healing breath. I assuming we can craft. Yep, that's pretty much what we can craft as well. Using the filtered honey we just crafted, and a couple of other things. And last but not least, the vial of potent hylic poison. Which we will use the poison gland dart, whatever. Then the one single powerful venom sac, mosquito blood, and deadly nightshade. Again, materials we would have had before. And yeah, this thing poisons you for a second as well. That is what I actually read on the wiki. So you get poisoned. Cannot move out of here just yet. Yeah, let it wear off. And once it does, we will have to actually move back into Timberline Falls and talk to our alchemist friend, Master Alchemist Quadinti or whatever it's. Oh, thank you. This waypoint is very close, man. What the fuck? I'm in the mountains suddenly. Shit. That's fine. It's not far. Yeah. Can we talk? Are you blocked by the event? No. Good. Once you have crafted your mixtures, we will begin testing. Let me know when we shall proceed. I am ready to test my poisons. Let's start with the poisons. To complete your test, you must have your Hylic Alchemy Apprentice Tome with you to record your results. You may purchase another from me if you misplaced yours. We did not misplace ours. I just don't know where it is at the moment. Who's got it? Fuck. Right. Let me find it real quick. Apprentice Tome, huh? I'm gonna consult the Guild Wars 2 efficiency website. Shut the fuck up, man. Are you gonna... So, Apprentice, right? Apprentice Tome, yep. Let it shoot through my items. While it's searching my account for the character that has it, I guess we can fucking help out with the event. Where are they attacking? Over there, okay. Just to shut that character up, I guess.
I could outrun a centaur.
It is on my thief, so...
Replenishing.
Look, there's 2 more minutes to this event? Is that for real? I'm not gonna wait here this long. Am I?
Time to do some real damage.
Yeah, no, fuck this. I mean, whatever. Take this village. I don't care. I genuinely, well, maybe I do. I don't know what's gonna happen if we fail this. I would hate it to block, like, Quadinti, or whatever his name is. That would be dead, unfortunate. I'm gonna snap. Hey, I'll enjoy some traps over here, right? Those should protect you, man. From the water, you mean? Interesting. They are they? Okay, we should be fine. Let's just well, okay, let's fuck it. They shouldn't be able to kill him in the 15 seconds there's left. So where's our main thief? And Saladia, you have something I need, my friend. fork it over. Yeah. Great place to log out. Divinity's Reach. Where is it? Give it. Put it into the shared slot.
Responsibility isn't easy.
And there you go. Let's start recording shit. So once again, we are do we need to have it in my inventory? I want to test my poisons. In order to test the potency of your poison, you will need to use it against me. Don't worry, I have plenty of antidote. Apply your poison to your weapon and then attack me. Okay, thank you. Didn't even get to do the dialogue. Can you fuck off? I don't wanna... Did you do your thing? Is that it? Are you done? Hopefully they're done. So sorry. We skipped some dialogue, apparently, for whatever reason. This counts when other characters do it as well. I didn't touch the guy. I didn't touch him. So, I'm ready to test medicinals. In order to truly test your mixtures, I will have you use it to heal me. Use your Hylic medicinals to make me healthy again. I will not fail you, master. Oh, shit, okay, medicinals. Ooh. Straight up, this is cute. I'm so sad it consumes the flask as well. I'm so sad I couldn't apply the poison on myself and do that now. That's part of the journey, man. Come on. Okay, whatever. You have completed the testing of your healing breath and potent Hylic mixtures. Now only one mixture is left for you to create. I got it. I am ready to test the sun god's breath. This is a sacred mixture for my people. There are some river fireflies nearby. Learn the ways of this elixir by using it against them. 5 should sufficiently show me your ability. I will return, master. Alright. So fireflies, huh? Where? Ah, there. River firefly. Come on. No. No, don't kill them, you dumbass. You piece of shit. This is incredible. Why would you do that? Why would you fucking do that? What is wrong with you, piece of fucking garbage, man? Gives fire breath. Okay.
Feel the fury.
Good. Feel like a dragon. I'm so cute. It's so funny. Where's more? Come on, come out of the woodworks. There you go. And it's completed. Complete Hylic Alchemy Tome. Very nice. And this gives us the chest of concoctions, which we're gonna open right away because this is genuinely the next weapon I want to craft. So in order to do that, we will need to open this box of recipes. We will need this essence of concoctions eventually. Let me just talk to my mentor over here, see what else he's got to say. You have learned the basics of our alchemy. Now it's up to you to follow the path laid before you. And he's got some more wares that we don't necessarily need right here. Could we have crafted it over here? We didn't have to do the huntsman thing? I don't know. Either way, that's it. Yeah, that's all we've had planned for today. I think, yeah, I mean, we've streamed for 3 hours. Come on. We've got, Caledon Forest done. I will obviously have to do it on the main character. We do these episodes typically with. But we've progressed some of the treasure hunter, also Kudzu. Can't forget that. And we're on Hope 1 research completion. Now, again, I will point out what comes next. After the first, in every collection, there's a second part. The second part is incredibly boring, not worth streaming whatsoever. I'm gonna do that off stream. When I come back, we should have the third collection already unlocked, and we will progress that one through like a straightforward adventure, just hitting the conditions there, right? Those things. So I'll be back when I'm back with the Legendary Journey stream. We will be doing that. We will be doing actually Hope 3 collection, and see how far we can progress that one. Typically, some of these conditions are harder than others. Some of them I might pre-complete prior to the stream, typically, or specifically if they have to do with the fractals. I would very much like to do that off stream as well. We'll see. Either way, we will continue with Hope next stream, and potentially the stream after, but that should be the next weapon we are going to craft. So if you were around for any portion of this stream, thank you very much. If not, or if you want to catch up to it, Twitch chat now has 2 links, one leading to my Patreon, where you can leave me a little tip if you enjoyed the stream and what I did today. But more importantly, there's a link to my YouTube channel where I'm also live at the moment, streaming the very same game, and where this recording will remain for far longer than the 7 days it remains on twitch.tv. So if you want to catch up to any of my progress on this stream, you can check back into the live section of my YouTube channel. But that's it from me. All I have had planned for today. Thanks for watching. Caledon Forest complete, finished, good. I'll see you around next time, probably for a Doom stream, very likely for a Doom challenge stream, and then we'll see what follows. It might be another Legendary Journey. It's probably going to be another Legendary Journey after the Doom stream. But that will take some preparations. Enough talk from me. I've talked for 3 hours. I'm a little spent. Thanks for watching again, and I'll see you next time, whenever that might be. Peace out. Peace on you.
The Crate are attacking. Protect the chief.
No,
protect our village.
not
My
anymore.
life means nothing if we lose our home.
No, no,
Our
not
people
again.
still have hope.